we've lost that time for track limits.
No, where?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, sorry.
What I'm proposing is to let know the driver.
It's already flashing and beeping. Hello and welcome to another edition of Tech Talk. We are here at the Belgian Grand Prix and I'm joined as ever by the physics teacher you wish you had at school, Albert Fabrega. Hey Albert, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Yes, very good,
Thank
you.
you.
Now, more increasingly, we are seeing one of the big talking points of Formula One, track limits. The new rule changes have forced them into the spotlight, and how they are understood, monitored and relayed to teams is becoming more and more important. I'm sure you can all remember the Austrian Grand Prix and the number of track limit penalties that were applied during that race. So, how do the FIA keep across these timings, and what can be done in the future to make sure that we at home and the drivers understand things a little bit better? Of course, Albert has all the answers.
Well, not. It's just a proposal. It's just a brainstorm that I did after what happened in Austria. We know that FIA is working hard to have a proper system, that they are already exploring different ways with artificial intelligence as well for the future. But right now what they have is with cameras, they need to look at the detail, at the millimeter, to know if the car is out of the limits or in the limits. And the only way to do it is through an eye, through a camera.
Okay, so first things first, what are track limits and how are they monitored?
Regulation says that any single part of the car must be touching at least the white line. White line is part of the track, so it is very difficult because, you know, the tire is rounded. It's very difficult to see if the tire is really touching the floor or not. So, and at this thing at 250 km per hour is so difficult. So they need to monitorize in a very strong zoom to see if really the tire is touching the floor or not, and there is a penalty to apply or not. So it is not easy.
It's not. There are limitations, aren't
there? They test with a sensor. You remember there was loop sensors on the floor, but it's not precise. So at the end of the day, when you apply a penalty, you have to be 100% sure that the penalty was there. So it is not easy, to be honest.
It's not. I mean, we saw a few times deleted yesterday here in qualifying as well. It can make or break a driver's day.
Daniel, lap time deleted.
Yeah, sorry. I just lost it a bit through three. It drifted wide. Sorry.
Okay, Albert.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have a solution for us. And we've got a model racetrack, we've got a Scalextrics car, a steering wheel, it's all going on.
Well, we do have a corner where there is two race lines. One is on the inside the circuit, so it was not out of the track limits, and the other one, the external one, is on the right way. So what I have done with an electronic and the help of the Alcamel friends is you limit an area electronically on the view, wherever if a car is crossing it, there is an alarm.
So kind of like lane control in your road car, right? Because that will either sort of naturally pull you back over or buzz or vibrate or beep or something like that. So in a similar sense?
Yes, that's it. So we have the slot car and with this corner, and we have two race lines. The inside one that is going on the track, and always at least there is one part of the tire touching the track, so it's legal. No worries. It's legal, no alarms, nothing happened. But if we go through the external one, the outside one, the outboard one, the car is going, and we have an alarm. We do have an alarm. And what we have to go is to the monitor, because you see that the time is now, it's exactly now. So we have two options. We can accept or discard. But before accept or discard, we have to have a good look. If we can see that the car, you see, completely,
track limits.
We can do a zoom with this.
Wow.
We can do a zoom, a very zoom, and we see that the car is out of the line.
And that's much more instantaneous than what we're seeing right now. It's to the very second. It's kind of like Hawkeye in tennis, I suppose, in the same way.
The webcam and doing the Twitch. So if we set with a professional camera, you know, holidays are coming and I need to go down with the budget. But this is very interesting because you can instantly do it. It's quite similar to what FIA is doing now. So this is not the thing. What I'm proposing is to let know the driver whenever at the moment he is crossing the line, he knows this he's under investigation, because right now we have a momentum where the FIA can say, you see here, accept or discard. Okay, if it's out, I say accept, this is a penalty, going straight away. After the check-in, it's instantly, because, you know, I can accept or delete. If the car is inside, I discard. If it's completely outside and needs a penalty, I accept. Okay, and I go for the next one.
Okay.
So, what I'm proposing that it could be interesting for the drivers, because what happened? The drivers are called maybe 2 laps later, saying to them, okay, you cross the line, you are on the track limit warning on lap 3 on corner 9. So the driver don't have the real feeling whenever he's out or in, because we are talking about millimeters.
Which corner is it?
Turn 10. Turn 10 in.
Just have a look at those, because that's some of the calls.
So if you hold the steering
Okay.
and we go again and we put the car on the good race line. Nothing
Nothing.
happened.
Nothing.
Okay, put it
It's already flashing and beeping.
and beeping. So it means that when the car is outside and is crossing that electronic area, so it means that the car is out of the limits of the track, the driver knows instantly. So with this, they can have the good feeling and the positioning, what is the real track limits of the car. So they can test it on Fridays. And what I'm saying is, for me, this is like an electronic wall.
Yeah. So are you suggesting it's for free practice and for qualifying and the race, all three?
Yeah. But for me, for qualifying and practice, you know, this is like an electronic wall. There is a wall electronic there that you have
Right, yeah.
the practice to test it. You can practice as much as you want. You know exactly where it is. In qualifying and race, if you cross it, drive through, no DRS for 5 laps, but you can apply the penalty instantly, because the stewards can know exactly in a moment wherever he's gone and if he's in or out, and the driver knows that he's gone under investigation instantly whenever he crosses the line.
And importantly, they know the exact feeling
That's it.
through practice sessions, albeit we've only had one, for example, here in Belgium on a sprint weekend, and a wet one at that, but they will know the feeling of making sure they're over or inside those track limits.
That's it.
It's ingenious, Albert.
That's it.
And we must say, if you are an avid watcher, fan of Tech Talk, we had great fun with the wet weather solution you found for the spray, and that's now being actually tested by the FIA, isn't
Yeah.
it? So watch this space.
No.
We could yet see this installed in Formula One cars in the future.
Maybe. I think it's a good solution. Mainly the innovative thing, the new thing is that the driver knows at the moment that he's offline or he's under investigation, that the FIA will look with the zoom that we have seen, that if he's in or out. So he can get a better feeling.
Brilliant
instantly.
stuff. Who knows? We may see it in the
don't
future
know.
of Formula One.
Maybe.
As ever, Albert, thank you very much indeed for talking us through another Tech Talk, and we will see you after the summer break.